It's been 5 years since the formation of the EFF, and today the party is celebrating its anniversary in Mdantsane near East London. The party has managed to position itself as a leading player in South African politics. Let's look back at its rise into the big leagues.
Julius Malema was expelled from the ANC in 2012 after being found guilty of 2 serious offences and not showing remorse. He was ANC Youth League president at the time and was punished along with Secretary General Sindiso Magaka and spokesperson Floyd Shivambu, who were both suspended. They didn't take their punishments lying down and had some harsh words for the party.
Today, we are not wanted. We are used like a toilet paper, flushed in a toilet. We are used like condoms. Those who use condoms will know how condoms work. They'll use them and dump them somewhere else.
A year later, Malema, Shivambu and others formed their own party, the Economic Freedom Fighters.
Representing to you the certificate of Economic Freedom Fighters. This is the official certificate that proves that Economic Freedom Fighters is a registered political party which is going to contest and win elections next year.
The party began its campaign.
You must no longer be ashamed. This is the time for an African child. All of you should be proud that you've got an organization that loves you. This is your organization, the organization of the poor, the organization of the orphans, the organization of petrol attendants, the organization of farm workers, the organization of domestic workers, the organization of black journalists who are undermined in editorial rooms. You too, this is your organization. When you write very well about your organization, because we seek to liberate you. Comrades and compatriots, fellow fighters, all of us gathered here today, we must at least deliver 10 voters. As an individual, you must go and convince 10 people to vote for this manifesto. This is your manifesto. This is your property. You must own up to it. Any of us here who's found guilty of corruption will never lead the structures of Economic Freedom Fighters. Any of us here who's charged with corruption will never use his power to avoid his day in court. All of us must subject ourselves to the rule of law. All of us must respect our judiciary. All of us must respect our constitution. Comrades, today we are launching a peaceful election campaign.
The EFF became the 3rd biggest political party after the 2014 elections, winning 6% of the vote. Since then, the party has made itself heard. Who can forget its running battle with former President Jacob Zuma over the Nkandla saga?
Pay back the money! Pay back the money!
Pay back the money!
But their biggest fight so far has been for expropriation of land without compensation. Malema has landed in hot water with the law for some of his utterances, but remains defiant.
We are not calling for the slaughtering of white people, at least for now. What we are calling for is for peaceful occupation of the land. And we don't owe anyone apology about that.
The EFF has been around for only 5 years, but it's hard to imagine South African politics without it. Next year's elections could give an indication of just how much the party has grown.